crowds at BNP's Neapolitan rally. Tariq Rahman vows to restore democracy. World Bank to lend $2 billion to Bangladesh for critical reforms, agrees to provide budget support. US to create opportunities for Bangladeshis Miller. India wants to keep relations stable. Joy Shankar. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just had the Crown Cement headlines. Now let's move on to the details. BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman has said the autocratic and fascist Hasina regime has destroyed all state institutions. He made the remarks while virtually addressing the BNP rally at Neapolitan in observance of International Democracy Day. Mentioning BNP leaders and activists have been undergone through sufferings by the ousted fascist regime, Tariq Rahman pledged to restore people's voting rights and democracy in New Bangladesh emerged through student people mass uprising. He also expressed the party's full support to the interim government. Hundreds of thousands of BNP leaders and activists gathered at Neapolitan to commemorate victims of political repression. Before the start of the rally, artists allied with the BNP gave a musical and dance performance. The supporters were seen holding the party flag and national flags, banners, festoons in their hands. Not only in Dhaka, people also held rallies in different cities in the country. BNP leaders say today's rallies across the country shows how popular the nationalist power is with the people of Bangladesh. The World Bank is committed to increasing lending to Bangladesh in this fiscal year to help the reform agenda of the interim government. World Bank Country Director Abdullah Sheikh spoke about the new assistance today when he met Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus at the State Guest House Jamuna in Dhaka. He said that the World Bank could mobilize about $2 billion in new financing during the ongoing fiscal year to support critical reforms, flood response, better air quality and health. They would like to support as fast as possible and as much as possible, Sheikh said, adding that the bank would support the critical financial needs of the country. The World Bank has agreed to provide a budget support to Bangladesh to address its economic challenges, largely stemming from declining foreign exchange reserves. Finance and Commerce Advisor Saliuddin Ahmed said today after a meeting with a World Bank delegation at his office. Responding to a question about loan conditions, the advisor said he requested the World Bank delegation to provide action plans that are feasible for implementation. The meeting followed the interim government's request for $1 billion from the World Bank earlier this month for the energy and power sector and another $1 billion for the banking sector reforms to replenish the country's foreign exchange reserves and stabilize the economy.
আমাদের রিফর্মগুলোর জন্য সহায়তা দরকার, আমাদের একটা বাজেট সাপোর্ট দরকার ইমিডিয়েটলি, তারপর আমাদের কত ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রজেক্ট আছে। ওয়ার্ল্ড ব্যাংক কিন্তু সবচেয়ে বহুজাতিক মাল্টিল্যাটারাল ইস্যুর মধ্যে সবচেয়ে বিগেস্ট ওনার আমাদের, অতএব তাদের সে সাহায্য দরকার, টেকনিক্যাল অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স, আর্থিক সাহায্য। আমাদের লিকুইডিটি সাপোর্টের ব্যাপারে কথা বলেছি, ওগুলো ওরা দিতে মানে সম্মত হয়েছে। আমি আরও ফার্দার কথা বলবো ওয়াশিংটন ডিসি। মোটামুটি ইতিবাচক শর্তগুলো তো যে এইড যখন আসবে বা ইসে আসবে এর আগে কতগুলো আমাদের কতগুলো অ্যাকশন নিতে হবে, তাই না? এবং যেগুলো আমরা বলছি এটা বাস্তবায়নযোগ্য যেন হয়।
Advisor Asif Mahmood Shoji Bhuiya said the people did not come to the mass upsurge for elections and change of power. They came to abolish the fascist system. They are working towards that goal. At the end of the reform, power will be transferred through elections, Asif said, replying to questions from journalists after inaugurating the National Occupational Safety and Health Training and Research Institute today. He also said rumors are being spread about new political parties. They have no intention of forming a political party. Mahmood also said sitting with political parties is not creating misunderstandings. Besides, people are being heard in different parts of the country under the leadership of team coordinators. U.S. State Department said Washington signed a development agreement worth over $200 million USD in interim assistance, which will support governance, expanding a trade and creating greater opportunities for the Bangladeshi people to build a brighter and more prosperous future.
Assistant Secretary Liu has been in Dhaka. He met with key advisors to the Bangladeshi interim government to discuss how the United States can support Bangladesh's economic growth, financial stability, and governance and development needs. While he was there, along with representatives from USAID, we signed with the Bangladeshi interim government a development agreement worth over $200 million in interim assistance, which will support governance, expanding trade.
Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said the political churn in Bangladesh is that country's internal matter, but India is keen to continue what was a stable relationship. In an interview with NTV, Jaishankar underlined the maxim that neighboring nations are dependent on each other.
जो बांग्लादेश में जो घटनाएं हुई हैं, देखिए उनके यहाँ भी उनकी अपनी पॉलिटिक्स होती है, उनकी अपनी राजनीति होती है। अब उसमें जो हुआ माने वो उनका इंटरनल अफेयर। हम जो हैं हमारे लिए जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ द डे है उसके साथ हम रिश्ता बना के उसको आगे ले जाते हैं हम लोग।
International Crimes Tribunal Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam said the brutal and highly discussed murders surrounding the July-August uprising will be prioritized for investigation and brought to justice. He made the statement while speaking to journalists in Dhaka. The chief prosecutor said that efforts are being made to quickly conclude the investigations of the high-profile murder of Abu Said in Rangpur, as well as the murders in Ashulia where bodies were burned, along with the brutal killings in Uttora and Jatrabari, in order to bring them to trial.
ঢাকা শহরের সবচাইতে বড় বড় হত্যাকাণ্ড যেগুলো হয়েছে, নির্মম হত্যাকাণ্ড এবং যেগুলো একেবারে জাজল্যমান আছে, এই মামলাগুলোকে আমরা আলাদা আলাদা করে এগুলো তদন্ত সম্পন্ন করে দ্রুত এগুলোকে বিচারের জন্য আগে নিয়ে আসার চেষ্টা করা হবে। এর বাইরে যেমন আলোচিত হচ্ছে রংপুরের আবু সাইদ, সেটা ঢাকার বাইরে, সেটাও আমরা প্রায়োরিটি বেসিসে চেষ্টা করব। সরকারের কাছেও আমরা অনুরোধ করছি যে দ্রুততম সময়ের মধ্যে ট্রাইব্যুনালটা পুনর্গঠন হোক। ট্রাইব্যুনাল পুনর্গঠন হলে কাজগুলো খুব দ্রুততর গতিতে আগাবে।
A female garment worker has been killed and at least many others injured in a clash between workers in the Ashulia area of Dhaka Savar. The incident occurred just as the sector was set to return to production after unrest in the industrial area. Police said a three-way clash between workers from three factories started in the Zirabo area. Home Advisor Jahangir Alam Chaudhary has instructed the Department of Narcotics Control to catch drug godfathers and bring them to justice. He has also stressed the need for weaponry. His remarks came during a discussion meeting with the department's senior officials at Shegun Bakija. He told them to not only arrest drug traffickers but the major godfathers involved in the trade. A Dhaka court has placed senior journalist Mozammel Haq Babu, Shamol Dotto and president of the Ekatturer Ghatok Dalal Nirmul Committee Shariar Kobir on a 7-day remand in two separate murder cases. Dhaka Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate granted the remand period today. Earlier, they were produced before the court and the investigation officer requested a 10-day remand for them. Shariar was arrested at his home in Bonani. Journalists Babu and Dotto were detained while attempting to cross into India to Mymensingh border. A Sylhet court has granted bail to former Justice Shamsuddin Chaudhry Manik in a case related to illegal border crossing. However, due to other cases pending against him in different parts of the country, he has been ordered to remain in jail. Sylhet Additional Chief Judicial Magistrate Anjan Kanti has granted his bail. Manik was presented in court under tight security before the court proceedings. Before ending, let's have a look on the Crown Cement headlines once again. Massive crowds at BNP's Napolton rally. Tariq Rahman vows to restore democracy. World Bank to lend $2 billion USD to Bangladesh for critical reforms, agrees to provide budget support. US to create opportunities for Bangladeshis Miller. India wants to keep relations stable, Jaishankar. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates of NTV's our popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.